Hi there guys, Con here from giraffetutorials.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to create your very own app step by step from scratch. Now in today's tutorial I'm going to create an app for those people who work in retail. So whether you sell a physical product which is clothes, to cosmetics, to hardware, to flowers, anything that you sell through your store, whether it be an online store or a physical store or both, this is the tutorial for you. So let's just quickly go through it and have a look at exactly what it is you're going to learn to do today. And we'll also go through and discuss how all the features that we add can really help benefit your business and your customers. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to create this app here. Now, along with going through and adding all these pages, I'm also going to teach you how you can completely customize the style and colors of your app. Now, I'm also going to teach you how you can go through and change this background image, and also how you can completely customize this header up here. So just on the pages, I'm going to teach you how to create this About Us page first. We can go through and write about who you guys are and what you do. I'm also going to teach you how you can come down here and add in more features about who you are as well. So you can go through and put in this section of when you were founded. You can go through and put in your mission. If you want any awards, you can go through and put them in. And you can also go through and put in your store hours as well. Now I'm going to teach you how to do all of that. Now I'm also going to teach you how to go through and add in this forms page. So I use this for people to subscribe to my mailing list. So all they need to do is give me their name and email address and they can join my mailing list for all our special promotions and stuff like that. So I'm also going to teach you how you can go through and create any type of form that you want as well. Now I'm also going to teach you how to go through and add in this contact page. We can go through and put in all your contact information for your customers to easily be able to get in touch with you. So I'll teach you how to add in this map, the phone number, your email address and your website. And what's really cool about this feature is that once a customer clicks on it, they'll be taken to the action. So for example, if they click on the phone number, they'll be taken through to call you straight away. Same with the website, they'll go straight to your website. So let me just show you how it works with the map. You click on the map and there it is. We're popped up on the map showing exactly where we are. Now I'm also going to teach you how to go through and add in this coupons page here. We can create any type of coupon that you want. So I've just made this one here which is 20% off. So get 20% off all fully marked items for this last week of spring only. They can also go down and write a disclaimer about it. You can go through and put in a date of when it's valid, and you can also go through and put in the terms of use of it as well. And what's really cool about these is that they can be shared by your customers on social media. So if your customers just simply click down here, they can share it on their Facebook, Twitter, or email. So if you create some really cool specials about your store, this could be flying around social media and you could get so much new awareness and so many new customers coming to your store just because you got a few cool coupons. And you can go through and create as many coupons as you want. Now if you have an online store already through a website, I'm going to go through and teach you how to connect it up with this e-commerce page here. So if it's already on your website, you're selling your products already, I'll just simply teach you how to go through and connect it. I'm also going to teach you how to add this news feature here. Now this has been taken straight from our Facebook page and it is our posts on our page. So this is a great way of letting people know what you're up to, if you got anything cool going on, any specials coming up or anything like that, they can just come into this news section and see exactly what's happening with you. And once again, what's really cool, if they were to click on it, they can go through and share it around social media as well. So it's a great way of letting customers keep up with what's going on with you. Now I'm also going to teach you how to add in this map feature. Now what's really great about this is that you can go through and add multiple locations. So if you've got more than one stockist, people can see exactly where your product is sold all over the world if it's sold at different stores. So just really easy and making it really good for customers to find where they can buy your products. Now I'm also going to teach you how to go through and add in this photos page here. We can go through and show off all your products, all your new products or anything like that. You can show off them being used. It's just a great way for customers to see what they can buy. And also you can go through and put in a little description about them as well. Now these have been taken straight from my Facebook page, and I'll teach you how to connect them up. Now you can also go through and add in a few different categories of photos as well if you want to do that. So if you've got different lines of products, or you're doing different editorial shoots, or anything like that, this is a great way to display your products. I'm also going to teach you how to go through and add in the store feature. Now if you don't have a store with your website, this is how you can do it, and you can create it directly through the app. So let me just show you. I'm going to teach you how to create these categories here. So if we just click into outerwear, you can see I've got these free jackets here. So you can go through, put in your product, put in the price, a description, and we'll also come down here and show you similar products. And I'll also teach you how to add in a shipping and a tax rate. Now you can set all of this up at no extra cost to your app as well. So it's a really, really cool feature if you don't want to connect your online store, or if you simply just don't have one. Now I'm also going to teach you how to add in this branches feature, which is a really great way of using it as stockists. So I've gone through and said that there's 2 different stores that sell my products, but you can go through and put in as many as you want, and you can also go through and put in all the information about these stores as well. So if I was to click in here, there's an image of the store, there it is on the map with its address, there's their phone number, a description about them, and their email address as well. You can also go through, put in their opening hours, connect to their Facebook page and their website. So whether you have multiple stores around or different people stock your products, this is a great way, if not the best way, to show everybody where all your stores are and everything they need to know about them. Now finally, I'm going to go through and teach you how to add in this policies page here. But what it really is a custom page where you can simply go through and write absolutely anything you want. So if you want to go through and put in your frequently asked questions, your shipping policies, privacy policies, return policies, anything like that, you can go through and simply write them here and put them on your app. Now to create our app today, I'm going to use Como.com. The reason I'm going to use Como is because it is the world's leading DIY app making service, and there's really good reason for that. What you just saw there is just a small fraction of what you can actually achieve using Como. There's so many different pages that you can add to it as well. There's so many different ways that you can help engage your customers and find your customers and make sure that you keep your customers coming back as well. Now to build our app today, it's only going to cost you between $30 to $40 a month, depending on what pricing plan you decide to take. And with that, Como also offers you a 6-month success guarantee plan, and they also offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now I'll put a link to that down below in the description so you can go through and read a little bit more about the prices and those specials that Como give you as well. Okay, so with all of that said, it's time to go through and begin the tutorial. Okay, so when you click through the link below, you'll be taken to this page here, and what you're going to want to do is go through and select Create My App. And then from this page here, you're going to want to go up here and select Join. Now you can either join with Facebook or email, so I'm just going to sign up with Facebook, so just select Join with Facebook. So then you'll be taken to this page here. We can go through and name your app. So I'll just do that. Okay, and select next. Now you can get content from Facebook, but I'm going to say I don't have a Facebook page and click here. And same with a website. I'm going to click no website. Now of course you can go through and do this if you want to, but I'm not going to do it. I just find it easier doing it this way myself. So now you can go through and select what type of app you're creating. So I'm going to select Store, and from here I'm going to select Next. Okay, so now this page will show up here, and you can also see that we have a preview of our app and what's on it at the moment. So what I'm going to do firstly is just go through and add some pages. So I'm going to select this plus icon up here, and you can see that we're in the recommended tab, so I'm just going to go through and add a few of them. So I'm going to add an About Us page, Forms, Contact, Coupons. I'm also going to add this e-commerce page. Now this is good that if you have an online store already on your website and you just want to connect them up, this is the one to use. So I'm going to add that. Facebook. I'm going to add a map, photos. Now if you have a Shopify store, you can go through and add this icon to connect Shopify with. And if you don't have an online store and you want to build it just through the app alone, click on the store icon here. Okay, now it's just trying to get us to go through and edit it, but we'll do that a little bit later. Okay, now I'm just going to go into this All Features tab. So here you can see every single feature that you can go through and add. So go through and add the ones that you want to. But me, I'm just going to add this Branches tab. And I'm just going to add one more, which is this Custom tab here. Okay, so here's all my pages. So now I'm going to go through and start to edit them. So I'm going to go up to this About Us page and click on this one first. Okay, so here you can see I've just gone through and filled in the blanks of this page. So you can see I've put in the title, which is there, our About box there, which comes up here, and a description of the company, which also comes here. Now what I've also done is come down to this Add Details, and I've added in this Founded, Mission, Awards, and Hours, which you can get from just up here. So you could do the same. You could also add in products and general info if you wanted to do that, and just go through and fill in the blanks as well. Now you can also go through and add a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, web URL or email as well. Now I'm not going to do that on this page because I'm going to do that on my Contact Us page. Now what I'm going to show you to do quickly is just how you can go through and edit your store's hours. So what you're going to want to do is go through and hit Limit Hours. Now I've already done Monday to Friday, so I'll just show you a few other days. So limit hours, so you can select 1, 2 or as many days as you want and go through and put in the hours. So I'll go from 10 till 4 and go add, and there it is. You can see I've just gone through and added in Saturdays and Sundays hours. So very, very easy to do. Just go through and fill in the blanks. So now I'm going to go through and add in this form. And what I'm going to do is click on Inquiry. Okay, so there's a few different types of forms that you can go through and create, and I originally clicked Inquiry. So that's really good, if somebody's got an inquiry and wants to get in contact with you for something, you can leave a form for that. But I've actually decided to make a mailing list, so I've come up here and selected Mailing List. Now what I've done is just gone through and put in a bit of information. So I've just added an image, and to do that you just got to click on this pen icon here and you can go through and select the image to add to your form. Now I've named it Mailing List, put in a description. Now you can also go through and select what fields they need to give you. So I'm just saying that they need to give us their name and their email address. Now if you want to add a new field, simply click here. And you can make it mandatory or not that they have to give you this information to be able to submit the form by simply clicking in this little box here. So very easy to do. Now I've come down here and you can see that we have join as the button, and that's good. And the success message, thank you for joining our mailing list. So I'm happy with that as well. Now what you're going to want to do if you're creating a form is come down here and select Alert Me when I receive new messages and go through and put in your email address. Because when you get a new form submitted through the app, what it does is it goes to your Como dashboard. And if you haven't got your Como dashboard open all the time, it's always best to send it to your email so you can quickly go through and see who's joined and make some more decisions from there. And once you're done with that, just go and select Update. And there we go, there is my form up and running. Now I'm going to go through and do our Contact Us page. Now this, once again, very similar to our About Us page. Just go through and put in, fill in the blanks, So you see I've got my title, my subtitle there, and I've gone through and put in some information. So my address, my phone number, my email address, and my website. So let's just quickly see if it's all working. Click on it, and you can see that it takes us to our place on the map, which I've just gone through and put in my physical address there. So that's very easy to do, very much like the About Us page. So now I'm going to go over and do our coupons page. So click on coupons. Okay, and what I'm going to do is come down and select create coupon. Okay, so once again I've just gone through and filled in the blanks. So I've put in my deal title as spring clearance. I've also gone through and put in a brief description of it. So get 20% off all fully marked items for this last weekend of spring only. Now you can also go through and put in a disclaimer, which I have, which is not to be used with any other offer. And once again, I've gone through and added an image to this as well. Now you can come down here and select what currency your savings is going to be in. Now, if you were doing, say, one particular item or one line of clothing and you had an original price for it, so say you're doing a line of t-shirts and they cost you $20, you can go through and put in a monetary discount amount, so say it was $5 off, it'd tell you there the new price, or percentage off, so we've got 5% off, which now becomes $19, so you can go through and select that if you're doing a single product with a single price. But if you're just doing it off everything, I'm just going to make my original price 0, come down here, select my percentage, and just put in 20%, so it will display as special offer 20% off. Now you can also come down and select the valid dates of when it's operating. So you know, if you're running a month-long promotion or something like that, go through and select what month you want it to run in. And also, if you've got something coming up for the next month, you can create it, put it on your app, and then customers can look and see and wait for the next coupon to come out as well. So you know, a few different ways that you can go through and do it. Now you can create any type of special coupon that you want. Now, if you are doing this type of one, buy X amount and get Y amount free, so buy 4, get 1 free, I wouldn't actually recommend using this coupons page. I'd recommend using the loyalty card page. Now you can go through and add that page as well. That's back with all the other pages that you can go through and add. So if you're doing one like that, make sure you go and use loyalty card. But if you're just doing something like this, this is completely perfect for the job. And what I'm going to do now is come down and select add. And there it is, looking really good. And we've got a coupon all done. Now if you want to go through and add another coupon, you can simply just click on create coupon and you can go through and add another one. So now I'm going to go through and show you how to connect up your e-commerce store. Now this is only for the people who have an existing online store. So you know, if you have one with Etsy, Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, Volusion, you can go through, say if we have one with Etsy, click on Etsy and just go through and put in our URL, and then that will come up in your app. So even if you're not with any of these services, just click into other, go through, put in the URL, and once again that will come up in your app as well. So really easy to go through and connect up that service there. So once you've done that and you're happy with that, we're going to go through and start doing our Facebook page. So click on the Facebook, and what you're going to want to do is come up here to your Facebook page. Now you can see this is my Facebook page here, and all I'm going to do is just copy and paste my URL. Okay, and you can select feed or posts. Now I'd probably recommend posts because feed's going to take in everything that even people post on your wall. So if you just do posts, it's just everything that you post up. Now you can see that this has been taken straight from my Facebook, so it's a great way of showing news and what you guys are doing. You can also go through and change the design of it. So I'm going to select this layout instead. And that's very, very easy to do. Now what I'm going to do is go through and rename this page. So just click up here and I'm going to call it news. And I'm also going to go through and change our icon as well. So click on the little pencil icon there. And you can go through and select an icon that you want. So I'll select this for news and go OK. So there we go. Very easy to do and very straightforward. So now I'm going to come to this map section here and do our map. So I'm going to show you how to add a few locations and show you your customers where they are. So I'm going to say Connor's store and let's just say the suburb here, and then just go through, put in your address. Okay, so once you start typing, it should come up. So there it is on the map, and I'm going to go add another location. So let's just say okay, so there it is. Now you can see both of our stores are now placed onto our map. So you know, this is a really good way of showing where your product is stocked. So that's also very easy to do. So now what I'm going to do is come up to this photos section here and start to add some photos of our products. Okay, so there are many different providers in which you can get your images from, such as Picasa, Facebook and Instagram. So what I'm going to do is actually just get mine from Facebook. So go through and click on Facebook, and then once again it's going to ask you to put in your page URL or ID. So I've just come to my Facebook page, and I've come to my photos and my albums, and I'm going to select this one here, and I'm just going to click on a photo. And what I'm going to do is just take this URL and put it in here and click on this tick box here. Okay, so here you can see our images that have come up on our app, which has been taken straight from our album. Now if this album doesn't come up, you can just simply click on here, and here's all the albums on my Facebook page. You can go through and change the albums if you want to do that. And I'm also going to go through and change the design. So click on design, and I'm going to select this layout here. So now I have these big images, making it much easier for customers to go through, see our products and read a little bit about them as well. So really easy to do. Now what's also great about this, if you want to add in another album, you can. Just go into Facebook again, and what we'll do, put in the same URL, and all we're going to do is choose the different album. So we're not going to use accessories twice. Let's just say I use this other one, which is our work. And then what you can do is go through and change the tab name. So I'll say accessories, and I'll call this one outerwear. Now, of course, this new tab that I've added obviously isn't outerwear, but you get the idea. So you can go through and add many different types of categories of images as well. So that's very, very easy to do. So now what I'm going to do is come up here to the store page, and I'm going to start adding in products to our store. So what I'm going to do is select add product. Okay, so what you're going to want to do now is go through and add a category. So just simply select add category, and I'm going to make this say outerwear, and I'm also going to go through and add a thumbnail image. So I'm going to click on this here. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and select a image. So I'll select this one here and just go open. Okay, and I'm just going to go through and crop my image. Okay, and when I'm happy, just select OK, and just hit create category. Alright, so now I'm going to click into my category and go add product. Okay, so all I've done is just gone through and added in this image of my product here. Now you can also go through and add more images of the product if you want to as well. I've just gone through and put in a title, put some details of my product, and I've also gone through and put in the price, the shipping price as well. Now it's saying that it's in US dollars. Now if your store isn't in this currency, don't worry about that, because we can go through and change that just a little bit later on. Just go through and put it in your currency, what you want to charge. So my product price is 100, shipping price is 8. Now, if you have a tax rate that you have to add on as well, you can also go through and put in your tax rate as well, which will calculate the subtotal of the whole entire cost of the garment. And once you're happy with that, hit save. Now I've just gone through and added in the same products, just different colors, just by going add product. So very easy to do, just doing the same steps that we've just done there. Now if I just go back to my store, I've also gone through and added in another category, and remember to add a category, just hit add category. So I've done that, and I've just added in these 3 products here. Clicked on the product, exact same process, title, details, and price as well, and gone save. So very, very easy to do. So let's just have a quick look at it now. So you can see we have our outerwear and accessories. Click on it, and there's our 3 products in outerwear. So very easy to do. So now I'm going to go through and set up our payment settings. So just come down and select payment settings down here. Now what you need to have this is a PayPal Express checkout. Now if you don't have one, all you need to do is click here where it says click here to sign up, and you can go through and create an account to allow you to accept payments directly through your app. Now you can also go through and change your store currency, so that's what I'm going to do. So just put in my native currency here. And you can also go through and put in a default shipping rate and a default tax rate. Now, if you're putting in a default shipping rate, I'd probably only recommend this for products that are all the same. So, if they're all the same weight, you know how much it's going to cost. But, if you go through each product and put in a different shipping rate, which I suggest, which is what we've done before, it makes it a heck of a lot easier and you get your shipping more spot on. So I'm just going to leave both of these blank because I don't have a tax rate or shipping rate, and just go save. Okay, and once you've connected all of that up, your store will be up and running. So now what I'm going to do is come through and edit our branches page here. So click on branches. Okay, and you're going to want to come down here and select create branch. Okay, so all I've done is just gone through and filled in the blanks. So I've just added in a few images, the branch's name and its address. Now remember, I'm using this as stockist, so if our product's sold in different stores, or we have multiple stores where we sell our products, this is a really good way of showing every single store and everything about them. So I've gone through and put in their phone number, a description of the store, their email address, the hours in which they are open, their Facebook page and their website. So fairly simple to go through and do that. And now I've done it for 2 stores, so my physical store and somebody else who sells my products. So if the customer was to click on it, there is a picture, a map, and all the information about the store down there. So very good feature to have if your product is sold in more than one store. Now finally, we're going to go to this page policies. Now I've renamed this page policies from a custom page. And literally you can go through and write anything that you want on this page. So if you want to go through and put in your frequently asked questions, terms and conditions, shipping policy, any of that, you can go through and write it on this page. Now what I would recommend doing is going through and adding a white background. So you come down to this design section and go add image. Now if you don't have a white background, all you need to do simply is, if I go into add image and click in here, I could simply just take a screenshot of this little square here, and that will become white. Now on my computer, which is a Mac, I just hold down Command Shift and 4 and I can take a screenshot. But if you're on Windows or something, just Google how to do a screenshot, take a screenshot of white, and you can upload it as your background, because that's going to make your text a whole lot easier for customers to go through and read it. So that's just a little tip that I'd recommend doing if you're going to create a page like this. Okay, and when you're happy with all of your pages, it's time to go through and change the style and navigation of our page. So I'm going to come up here and select style and navigation. Okay, so here you can see that there's a few themes that you can go through and choose from. So if you just scroll through them, you can go through and find a theme and find something that you like. Now if you don't like any of these themes, don't worry about that too much, because we can literally change every single design aspect of our app. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm not going to change the theme, I'm just going to come down here first, and you can choose your navigation layout. So if I just select this one, say, you see that this is our main page, and then we click off to all the other pages that we have here. And you could also maybe do this one or this one. So go through and select which one you think looks nicest. So I'm going to select that. And now I'm going to come down, and you can go through and change the style of all your pages. But first off, before I do that, I'm going to change my background. So to do that, I'm going to come into this app background section. Now if you want to upload your own image, you can. You just need to go and hit this add image button here, and you can go through and upload your own one. But I'm going to select a preloaded image, so I'm just going to say this one here. Okay, and now what happens is that you have this overlay color. So if you click in this box, you can see that we have this gray, which is an overlay on the image. Now if you wanted to make it darker, you need to come to this section here and drag that up, and you can see that it gets darker and darker and darker. So if you wanted just a block color background, so if you wanted a green, a blue, you can play around, and if that's all you want, you just want that block color, you can see that it's very easy to do. Just make sure that you drag this bar up on this right to the top. But what I'm going to do is drag it right down to the bottom so that we have no overlay color, so it's just the image, and select. Okay, so X out of that. So I'm happy with how that's looking. Now you can also go through and change this header completely as well. So you can go through and do the background color. So I'm just going to play around with this a little bit. So I'll get a more turquoisey type of green. Okay, and I may actually make this a little bit lighter. Just like that, so you can just see that it's a little bit faded in there. And I'm going to leave my text as white, but once again you can go through and change the text color if you want to. Now if your store has a specific branding, or you like to use a specific font, you can go through and add an image up here instead of just simply having this text and color. So if you click on this section here for image, you see you can go through and add your own image, and it tells you the recommended size, which is 640 by 88. So you can go through and change that if you want to, but I'm happy with the text as we had it before. So now what I'm going to do is come back up here and play around with all the colors of my text and everything like that. So just go into a single page, so I'll go into my About Us page, and now I'm fairly happy with all these colors here. So you can go through and change your content background, which is white, and I'm happy with that. You can go through, change your titles color, so if I just made that maybe a bit darker. Okay, my main texts, I might just make them a bit of a darker grey. Okay, and my minor texts, they might be a bit more of that darky green, grey. Okay, and buttons and links, let's just make them a darker grey as well. Okay, and my borders is light blue. So you can go through and change the whole entire style of your app like that, and what you're going to want to do is just go through and make sure that you're happy with every single page and what it looks like. So just go through and check that you're happy with it, and feel free to play around with all the colours and make changes as need be. Now finally, if you come right down here, this is where you can go through and change your app icon. Now this is very important to get a really nice icon, because this is what the customer is going to see on their phone all the time. So really what you want is something really simple and bold, just so it stands out on their mobile phones. So what I'm going to do is go through and upload an icon. Okay, so just going to click on my logo and open it. And I'm just going to go through and crop it here. Now I would say my logo of Giraffe Tutorials, I personally wouldn't use this as an app icon, just because I think there's a little bit too much going on. There's too many colors and it'll be hard to see. But a really good way to do this, is if you just go through, add in a logo, download your app to your phone and have a look at it from there, because you can still come back into it and make the changes later on. So go through and feel free to just add a few different app icons and see which one you believe suits the best. Okay, and select OK. Okay, so what you're going to want to do next is go through and change your launch image, which is this here. So I'll click on this pen icon. Now what your launch image is when a customer clicks into your app, it's going to load for a few seconds. And in that few seconds, they're going to see this image here. So I recommend going through and putting in a really nice image of your company or something that you guys do. Because what it's going to do is it's going to set the tone for the app. It's going to give customers a really good idea of what they can expect throughout the business. So to go through and change your image, just simply go through and click on this pencil icon and change your image. Now you're going to have to go through and add a few different images just because of the different devices. So just go through and do that as well. Okay, and once you're happy with absolutely everything, you've gone through all the pages and made sure they look great and you're happy with the whole entire app, you're going to go and hit save and then select done editing. Okay, so then you'll be taken to this page here. We can go through and pay for your app. So you can go through and select what plan you want, either the $39 a month, $33 a month or $29 a month. Now if you scroll down, you can also go through and read Como's 6-month success guarantee, which is see results within 6 months, you'll get an extra 6 months free. You can also go through and read about the big benefits of your small business, and also 5 reasons to sign up for a mobile success plan. And this one here, you can try it out risk-free. So every mobile success plan is backed by Como's 30-day money-back guarantee. So that just gives you that little bit of peace of mind where if you're not fully satisfied with your app within the first month, you can still get all your money back. So just gives you a little bit of security if you're not too sure about creating an app. And once you've decided with that, just go through and hit Let's Go. And that will take you through to pay for it. Now once you've done that, you're going to want to come to this My App section. And you're going to want to select your app and go into its dashboard. And here you can see everything that needs to be done with your app. So now you can go click into analytics and see who's downloaded your app and where they've downloaded it from and much more stats like that. You can also go through back and edit your app if you want to do that. And there's also marketing activities down here, so a few ways that you can promote it, and there's also ways in which you can send push notifications to your customers. Now once you're happy with absolutely everything, you're going to want to select to market. And at this step, what you're going to be able to do is go through and submit your app to the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. But to do that, you have to activate your app first, which is essentially paying for it. So once you've done that, come to the screen, click, and you'll be able to go through and submit it. Now this is fairly simple to do. Como guides you all the way through doing that, and I'll also go through and put a link below with a few instructions to help you get your app into these stores. Thanks for watching the tutorial today, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed it. Now if you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any questions, comments, feedback or just want to get in contact with me, please feel free to do so. I really enjoy hearing from you guys and what you have to say and what you thought about the video. So once again, thank you for watching the tutorial and I hope your app is up and running and looking great.